Hello, Pisces. Welcome to the Sunflower Path. My name is Jess, and I'm going to be looking at the Mercury retrograde that begins November 9th all the way to November 29th. It'll start in Sagittarius, and by November 18th, it will transition into Scorpio. So it'll go through first your 10th house, which is your public image, career, social status, and then into your ninth house once it moves into Scorpio. And that is your philosophy, your expansion or travel, your higher education and spiritual beliefs. Mercury retrogrades are all about reassessing. It might bring some false starts, any shakeups in your foundations. We're currently in a pre retrograde period, so things have already seemed kind of off in communication, travel, and technology. The retrograde will be occurring during the American holidays of Thanksgiving, so please try to avoid any awkward or heated debates. Plan for any delays if you are traveling, and it's not the best time to sign any contracts. So, I'm going to look at what you need to revisit during the Mercury retrograde, what you need to release, and what are some unknown factors that you need to be aware of, what precautions you can take, what needs a rest, and what will keep you in balance. I will also be using some oracles for any additional information. All right, so I'll begin with these three first. Already I can see there are 2 8s present, so I'm wondering if the number 8 is important to you. Maybe you were born March 8th. Maybe you're a life path 8. So for 8 of Cups reversed as things you need to revisit, because usually that means you haven't been walking away from things you're supposed to be walking away from. During this Mercury retrograde, it's going to make you revisit things that you may have resisted against, any changes that you were supposed to make. Because reverse, this could have been a reluctancy of letting go of the past, possibly due to the fear of the unknown. You might have been trying to stay in your comfort zone. Because upright, this is all about going in deep. She's looking for the truth with her lantern here, but she's going into darker waters. The cups above her no longer have meaning towards her because they no longer fulfilled her. So she was leaving something that no longer fulfilled her. But if it's reversed, it kind of means you've just been sitting with these cups here and you haven't actually released or let go of things that you were supposed to let go of. That means you could have stayed in unfulfilling jobs or unfulfilling relationships. You may need to confront any emotional issues head on instead of avoiding them. You sacrificed your own happiness in order to feel like any sense of comfort, anything that meant that you wouldn't be facing things alone, because maybe you were afraid of loneliness. There may have been like a lack of progress, whether that was work, because that is going through your 10th house. or maybe even your relationships, though. 10th house does also rule like a social status that changed. So maybe you went from married to single or single to married, and that didn't bring you any satisfaction, but you didn't really confront that head on just yet. The Six of Pentacles reversed here as things you need to release. Perhaps you've been giving too much of yourself in like a sense of like charity. Maybe you felt scammed or controlled in previous, or not even previous, like maybe in the relationship you're in right now or the work situation that you're in right now. There's been too much inequality. It's been like an imbalance of give and take, because usually this is all about sharing your wealth to grow. See that plant that's growing here, that maybe you haven't felt growth in a while, in a long time. So perhaps you've been giving and giving and giving, and this is saying you need to stop. You need to stop giving. This is a time where you may need to be a teensy bit more stingy with yourself. Because you've been giving yourself too much away, I think. If you've been in unhealthy relationships, whether that be work relationships or even um, like a marriage or a spouse that's been taking you for granted. Perhaps this is a time to be selfish, Pisces. You've given so much away that your cup is empty. See how these things are like swimming about? They don't hold that water in. This could be like money coming out of your tasks, your pockets. uh, so you've given your emotional stability away. You've given away your financial stability away. So maybe it's time to be a little bit more stingy. What unknown factors you have with the Eight of Swords here, reversed. I think you're in the process of healing, but you don't realize it. Like perhaps you're just stuck in this. You're feeling stuck. That is, but you're taking control of your life again. You're flying out of that trap here. Maybe now you feel like this little bird that's escaped and it's finding its light again. You're confronting certain fears in your life. You're looking for more clarity. I think that's the word. The blindfold is coming off. Is that swan blindfolded? No, that's just something that came up because in the original tarot, I think the person in the card is blindfolded. But maybe it's coming off now and you're realizing, oh crap, this was not for me. You're starting to feel empowered again, but it's a very slow process. You're breaking free. You're breaking free. That's what I'm hearing. That's the unknown factor that you don't realize perhaps just yet, is that you are breaking free. It might be a very slow process, but you are breaking free. What precautions can you take? Your two cards came out flat. That's a first. Okay. And what needs rest? and what will keep you in balance. Okay. You have Justice and the Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit, which is another number 9. So perhaps 9 is also a number for you. Then we have 5. Do we have another 5 up here? No, we do not. Okay. Justice, you are in number 11. So 2, maybe 2 will be another important number. All these numbers are coming up. Okay. So with the Justice card here and the Nine of Pentacles as a precaution to take, this is fairness. This is justice. I know I brought up legal contracts earlier, and just be aware that any contracts you sign now, you may or may not agree with it later after Mercury retrograde ends. So be aware of any legal contracts. That could be marriage contracts, that could be business contracts. I want to bring on focus to both because this is 10th house. Has a 10th house feeling to it. It's a number 11, but it does have that feeling because associations with career and social status. And the Justice card does rule over contracts, even karmic debts that might come through. So just be cautious of that. It also is bringing attention to the fact that whatever was out of balance is now going to be put into balance. If there's anything like a karmic lesson that you need to learn or this other person needs to learn, whoever took advantage of you, that is going to be put into balance now. But as a precaution, don't gloat about it, because there's the Nine of Pentacles on top of it. The Nine of Pentacles is all about this figurehead that is in luxury and feeling herself. The confidence has returned. Just don't go overboard, right? Don't go too far into delusions. I guess would be a message here. Like, yes, be confident in who you are because you are breaking free. But don't go too overconfident then and then make decisions that may haunt you later on. With the Hermit reversed here as what needs to rest, this is solitude. So what comes to mind here is that you spent far too much time alone. We have Virgo energy, Taurus energy, Libra energy here so far. So maybe you're interacting with these signs, but you've put too much time in self-isolation. Maybe it's time to get out there again and interact with your friends. I think this is loneliness as well. So what needs to be put to rest is your loneliness. Time to go out and make some new connections. Because there's a certain limit to spending time by yourself to seek out the truth, right? Because that's what the Hermit does. To spending too much time overthinking things, over analyzing things, and spending so much time in your head that you confuse yourself, you overwhelm yourself with overthinking. And I find Pisces will thrive in environments that allow them to express their fantasies. So if you want to, say, for example, make friends who share the same interests, like maybe you're a book fantasy type of reader. Connect with other book nerds, find your tribe that way. Maybe you like to play video games. So connect to people who play fantasy video games. Just something that revolves around fantasy that allows you to also connect with people through shared interests. The Hierophant here, as what will keep you in balance, is the unconventional. You may be doing things that are against the social norm. People are going to raise their eyebrow at you and expect you to conform. But what will actually keep you in balance is to do the strange and weird things, the things that make you feel more like your authentic self. Be Don't be afraid of being the oddball, which I don't find Pisces are typically afraid to do. They're usually more in tune with their dreams and who they are. Let me just pull out some oracle cards here. Any additional messages for you? Oh, especially since two of them came out. Especially since it's going to go through your 9th house once Mercury retrograde switches to Scorpio. That's going to go through your higher ideals, your philosophy, travels abroad. Like, definitely do things that are outside the box and look at higher education, because that's also sharing knowledge, right? That's sometimes it's a message to go back to school, but maybe going back to school in an unconventional way. Maybe you're doing some self studies, maybe you're reading on your own. And that will keep you in balance because it's focusing on your own self worth, your own self trust. Oh, well, trust. The light in you cannot be dimmed. Again, I feel like you're breaking free from whatever you did not leave earlier that did not benefit you because you overgave. Navigate. Beacons of light in the sky are there to guide you. Beacons of light in the night are there to guide you. Yeah, navigate through the unconventional things that maybe other people will probably say that's weird, but don't be afraid of being weird. Accept your uniqueness, because I don't think you've been yourself for a while now, because you gave so much to someone else. Just one last message for you, Pisces, and then that'll be all. Dreams. Oh, 2 of them. Didn't realize there was one more behind the line. Dreams and magnificence. Well, dreams, I think I went back to a message about dreams, like following new dreams or fantasies and whatnot. But let me bring out the message here. This card urges you to think about what your dreams are and how you can move forward in fulfilling them. Even your smallest steps should be taking you toward your dreams. This may feel outrageous, but only you hold the keys to making your goals a reality. No one else can dictate your hopes and aspirations nor determine their validity. Your dreams are yours alone. Dreams do not come true all at once. You bring them to life with your actions every day. Small movements done regularly eventually create great advancement, and you'll be facing your dreams full on before you realize it. There is no such thing as an overnight success, but you will never get anywhere if you don't take regular steps. And then Magnificence. Magnificence is defined as impressively beautiful, elaborate, extravagant, and striking. This card challenges you to determine what it means to live a majestic life and to actually go out and live it. How can you live fully and marvelously? Do the small things and the large things that will bring you magnificence without any care for what others think. Brilliant. Incorporate more of what you feel to be glorious into your daily life so that your life is not just great, but magnificent. Magnificent. I swear I speak English. Magnificent. All right, maybe some Pisces are feeling tongue-tied. I don't know. But this is it for you, Pisces. I hope this helps. If this resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Take care.